If you were just looking out into the pasture, this might look like an ordinary herd of horses on a nice summer day. But when you look a little closer, something catches your eye.
My involvement originated, I taught Pony Club for about 15 years, and so many of the kids had allergies. So I read an old Western Horseman from 1950 that had a story in there about curly horses and that they thought they were hypoallergenic at that time. There was no proof like there is today. But I started researching it to find out if it was true, and I still had, I was still skeptical, trying to figure out how could there be a hypoallergenic horse. So that's what got me started, Pony Club. That's why I asked it. Allergies, people have different reactions. Some react to the dander that's in the hair, the dead skin cells. Some react just to the smell. Some react to the actual hair of the horse. And it's the actual protein of the curly that's different. So since the protein's different, there's sweat, saliva, dander, everything about the horse is different to a regular horse.
My friend had phoned me one day and she said that she had heard about this horse. Yeah. And so I started surfing on the internet and I came here to this stable. Seemed to be the only one in the area that bred them. And my son, who's extremely allergic to horses, wanted to ride and never could. So I came out here and he checked out the horses and he picked this one and we bought him. I was a little worried at first, and he walked right up to him and stuck his head in his neck, and nothing. He didn't get red eyes, he didn't get anything. I was amazed. I was amazed.
Lots of times if somebody inquires about a horse, if they have allergies, we'll come out and we'll pull some mane hairs because they're usually shedding it, and I have a stock of samples in the house ready to go. And I have a sheet done up for them, so they get the hair sample and they test it on the sensitive part of their skin to see if they have a reaction. And they're told to wait and stuff. And if they don't have a reaction at that point, then they go visit a breeder to do an actual allergy test. Allergy test is you come to the farm, you get out of your car and you wait, right? And if you don't have a reaction while you're standing there, we'll have a horse tied up pretty much like we do here right now. So somebody will come, they'll go up to the horse, they'll just stand beside it for 5 minutes. And wait, and it depends on the severity of their allergy. Some people will react to a horse normally in 10 minutes, some won't react for about an hour. So if they have a longer range when they normally react in, then we'll take longer doing the allergy test, trying to figure out at what point they reacted. They'll end up with their face buried in the horse's neck by the end of the allergy test. The main characteristic that you can identify for sure if it's a curly is curls inside the ears. A lot of people will have a baby horse that's born and it's got a really curly kind of coat and they say, oh, I've got a curly. But if you look inside the ears, that is the main telltale sign. Curls inside the ears, the eyelashes will usually curl up. For the most part, they don't go straight down like a regular horse. The back of their feet, the fetlock area, will have curly hair, and then the dreadlock curly mane. That's the main giveaway, is the dreadlock curly mane. Initially, they thought the horse is derived from Russian horses. So the first registry was called Bashkir Curly. They thought that they'd seen a picture of a fellow that was military from Russia on a curly horse and said, oh, that must be our horses. But it turns out the horses are actually native to North America. They're from the Nevadas and the Dakotas, and they're running wild with the Mustangs even today. The babies is one of the things that people just can't get over when they come here. They're just all over you. Like they come up and they're checking you out and just trying to figure out what you're doing there, and they're just so friendly. But you can really see how they look like little sheep, and the eyelashes curl back, and inside their ears is very curly, the curly mane, curly all the way down to their fetlocks. When the babies are born, they're very friendly and curious. The most common feedback would be, wow, I can have a horse. Really, I'm serious, because people figure they couldn't have a horse, and it changes their whole life.